Good morning, everybody. Carla Airy Culinaires here from A Coffee with Carla. Wanting to just say hello, happy Thursday. Hope you guys are doing awesome in midst of all of this craziness we are currently going through worldwide. Wanted to touch base and talk a little bit about that and about not getting caught up in the darkness and realizing that there is always light in the darkness. And even though things are hard right now, and even though things are like, if we allow it to just consume us, it's going to overtake us. And we've got to be stronger than that. We've got to acknowledge it and we've got to feel it sometimes. But the thing is, we've also got to focus on opportunity. What's going to come out of this? And I feel honestly that there is far more good that's going to come out of this than bad. The bad we already know about, it's continuing on, but at the end of the day, it's going to continue on until there is, until there is a cure, until there is all of these things. So in the meantime, we have to make the best of what we've got with the time we have, with the people that we are quarantined with. And that, quite frankly, I'm sure for every single person can be challenging because we're not used to being together 24/7. But here's how I look at it. This gives time, this actually has been a gift to us. And I don't say that lightly, I say that very seriously. I look at this time that we get right now as a world, as a globe, as a human race. We've all been put on reset. We weren't listening. We weren't listening to what was going on. We were too busy arguing and fighting with each other about our opinions and about our, whatever it might have been, all those foolish things that we argue about, all the name calling, all the hatred that was out there. We've been put on reset for a reason. We've been shaken up like this for a reason. We weren't listening, and it was the only way it would get our attention. I look at this now, number one, the earth itself is getting to heal. That is a pretty amazing thing, and it will take time, but we're already hearing and seeing those things happen. I personally was in Venice a couple of years ago with my mom, and we got to see the water in those canals, and it was no joke. They made it very clear not to put your hand in it because what they jokingly said is you'll come out with a third eye if you put your hand in there, or you lose your hand, because it was so polluted and so disgusting and so gross. And seeing those pictures of that clear water, hearing about the, just different things around the world, pollution is going down, all that stuff. And I'm not an environmental activist. Don't take this as anything like that. It's just, I am aware of those things, and I really feel strongly that the world has been put on reset so we can have a better, healthier environment and world underneath our feet and around us, the air we breathe, and all of those things. It's going to be better, and it's going to be better for us as human beings, as the human race. Look at our relationships. Look at what's happening with our kids. You guys are now those ones that have small kids at home. And let me tell you, I talked to my oldest daughter last night and I said, aren't you glad that this didn't happen when you guys were little? I would have been the worst homeschooling parent probably on the face of the planet, just because I am not that, patience were not my virtue back then. So, I commend all of you having to go through this right now and teach your kids and be it with them 24/7 and with your partners and spouses and whoever your person is, or your roommate or whoever. You're all having to be together right now. And of course, that's going to get challenging. But here's the way I look at it. Yes, it's going to be challenging because we're human beings and we're all jerks sometimes, and we all are to blame. There is no finger pointing. We're all jerks, and we just have to own the fact that we're all jerks sometimes. We have to be respectful for our people as much as we can be in the space we have. But look at what it's doing. Everybody was complaining and moaning and whining about, nobody knows how to socialize anymore. Nobody knows how to communicate anymore. Everybody's face is in their phone. What's happening now? Think about it. You're forced to be together. You're forced to have conversations. You're forced to have dinner together. You're forced maybe to cook together, play games together, come up with some creative ways to spend time together, because there's a lot of it. And if you put your energy into like finding good things to do rather than being pissed off because somebody's annoying you, do that instead. When you need a break, go and take a breath, lock yourself in the bathroom, go out onto your patio, take a minute. Just take a minute. It's okay. We're all going to have those times. We're all going to be scared. We're all going to be pissed off. We're all going to be all those things. Let's minimize it though. What's the creative stuff you guys are doing? What are some of the things you're doing? How are you guys spending your time? Are you teaching your kids how to cook? Are there chore lists and they're helping around the house now? Are spouses appreciating the spouse that stays at home more because they didn't understand what it took to run a household and be the one at home 24/7 and never get a break from your kids? I'm hoping, and I'm going to put out there, that I'm going to see more compassion, more empathy, more understanding, more love, more kindness to the people that we are with. Because this is like, we've never encountered a thing like this before. The closest thing we can compare it to is the economy crash in 2008. That's all we've got, really. Outside of like in most recent times, way back when, yes, there's times that we can compare it to, but we're in a different age. We're in a disconnected age. We're being forced to reconnect because nobody was listening. So I take that as a gift. I take that as a blessing. And I look at all of the opportunity that is going to be out there when this is all over. Think about it. Were you working at a job that you hated and now you don't have that job? Are you reflecting on the fact that maybe you didn't actually hate the job? You're maybe frustrated with yourself and where you are in your life, and you're showing it in hating your job and complaining about your job rather than dealing with what's going on with you. Do you maybe now appreciate that job? Do you want it back? If you don't, what a perfect opportunity to soul search and look at different options you have. Because when we come out of this, there's going to be lots of opportunity. Did you want to start a business? Start writing your business plan. Start putting thoughts in it. Start writing those things down. Start making a pro and con list about what you loved about your job and what you hated. Start making a pro and con list about maybe the person that you're with right now. If it's not good, this is the time to reassess. That might sound cruel. It's the time to do it because you're going to come out of this. We're all coming out of this different people. We're all coming out of this stronger. We're all coming out of this more united. This time is a time to reflect and a time to really grab life by the proverbial balls and go after what you truly wanted. That's what this is all about. It's not about to be consumed by media. It's not about to be consumed by all the horrible facts. It's not about all that. It's about getting stronger, being educated more, being more thoughtful, being more respectful. It is an incredible opportunity is being presented to us. And I really want to stress that to you guys. Think about all those things that annoyed you when you were out hustling and bustling. You didn't have time. I'm sorry, I'm too busy. I don't have time. I wish I had a rest. Blah, blah, blah. I wish I could go on a holiday. You're on a global holiday. It is a global vacation in your home. It's a staycation. And you know what? We don't do enough of that. We don't take the time we need to self-reflect. We don't take the time we need to go, I think I need to work on a few things and get myself into a stronger place mentally, physically, emotionally. I can now read those books I wanted to read. I can organize those like actual pictures I've got in a box. I can organize my closet. I can get rid of all my mismatched socks. If you're a person who likes matched socks and not mismatched socks, get rid of all those things. Get a donation pile going. Go through your stuff that doesn't fit anymore. Go through your cupboards. Go through, clean. there are so many things that we can do right now to take our mind off of the stress, off of the worry, off of the craziness going around. I have a husband who is making me green juices because you know what? He cares about our health and he loves us and he wants us to be healthy. We're taking time every single morning to just get up very early. We looked at each other this morning and said, why are we doing this again? Because we're both like, oh, we're tired. We did it anyways. We got up. We've been taking the time to we've been listening to a lot of Coldplay, and just that music and those videos are just kind of uplifting. And that whole band has just got such good energy. But just taking that like couple of hours and having coffee and just being still, listening to that and just filling our minds, thinking about like what we're grateful for. We really sit there and while that's going on, we're thinking about the things we're grateful for. We're taking that first couple of hours of our day to breathe, be still, get our head right before the world gets us. I stand in the morning half asleep, superhero pose. I'm going to get through this day. I ask every single day, every morning and every night, I ask to get through the day with patience, gratitude, strength, courage, empathy. Please help me not to react, but to listen more. Help me to be strong. Help me to get through this day as graceful as possible. And I ask that for everybody. I just ask of it for everybody. This is not the time to turn on each other. It's a time to grow together and really take the time to be reflective and just go all in on yourself. This is the time to get to know who you are as a person. Love yourself first, because you can fill from that cup. You can't fill from an empty cup. Heal from within. You got nothing but time now, so it's time to maybe look and start tweaking some of those things that you're like, you know what, I don't like that kind of, I need to really work on that. This is the time to do it. Get some audiobooks, listen to some podcasts, listen to some uplifting stuff. Make sure your music is like good, uplifting stuff, not depressing, morbid stuff. Like, try your best to fill yourself with good things, because right now we need more of that. So I can't express enough how grateful I am that I am where I am with the people I am with, because as much as I wish we had all of us together and all my family, my kids and my bonus kids and both of our sides of our families, I wish we were all together. We can't be. But what I can do is I can pick up the phone and call. I can send a text. I can message. I can send a video message to my friends or whoever it might be. I stay in touch. I make a point of that, because right now we all need that. And just check in, let's just check in with each other. So these videos I do every day, this podcast, I'm going to start recording them. This is my way of checking in with all of you. And I hope you are all okay. I hope you know that if you are feeling scared and if you're feeling anxious and you're feeling fearful and all those things, that's okay too. Don't let it consume you. That's when you need to shut off. You need to shut everything off. You need to hammer down on goodness. Fill your YouTube channel with positive things. Fill your music with positive things. Listen to all those hokey things that you thought were dumb. Listen to them, because you know what? Bombard your brain with positivity. You don't need to believe it. Your brain will absorb it. So on that note, you guys, I'm going to let you go. Thank you for always listening, and thanks for being there. And I want you to remember, as always, you are loved. You matter. You can do almost anything you set your mind to. Don't let the day run you. You run the day. And please, for the love of everything, keep being your badass self, because that's what we need more of right now. We need a whole bunch of badasses, and that's exactly what we are. And we're going to get through this together, and we're going to be stronger and better for it. All right, you guys, have an awesome day. Do something today that lights your soul up. Take a moment to breathe when you need it. You're going to make it. You're going to get through it because we're all getting through this together. I love you guys. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you tomorrow.